What up, Pip Nation? Welcome back to another episode of the H3 Podcast Live. Here with my beautiful, wonderful co-host, Ela Klein. Ela Klein for life.
What up, Ela Cloners?
Or should I say Ela Cloners? How are you doing on this Friday?
Very good.
Thank God it's Friday.
Looking forward to Saturday.
Well, good job, everybody, for getting through to Friday. You know, I got to say, before, I think for the longest time, the weekend didn't mean anything to us.
That's true.
And just recently, last week was our first time doing this, where we're like, you know what? We're going to work super hard during the weekday, and Friday and Saturday, Sunday, I'm not even going to open my email.
Yeah, no work.
I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to, and it's actually been, I mean, so far we've only done it one time, but it was good.
It's really good. You forget how much you need it, like psychologically.
Right. Because the whole thing for that 1 year was like, you're working every day and you never have anything to look forward to. There's no like separation in your time. And it was kind of driving me crazy.
Yeah.
So anyway, happy Friday, everybody. God bless the weekend. Am I right? TGI Fridays. This episode is brought to you by Quip, the boom-ass toothbrush that'll clean your mouth quicker than a
toothpick.
Dollar Shave Club, God bless them. Neck Beard Challenge. Tell more about that later. And, of course, my new favorite game on the block, Elder Scroll Legends. More about those guys later. Today, we have a special guest, my friends. You may know him from our second channel, Ethan and Ela. We did a whole series about this guy. And one of my biggest regrets was not making a video about him on the main channel.
I know, yeah.
He's such a prolific legend. Jimmie Lee, the Jersey Outlaw. Now, he's here in the studio with us. We're going to bring him in soon, but I want to bring everybody up to speed so you know what we're dealing with here. So, first of all, let me tell you the story about how we found out about Jimmie. So, on the subreddit, there was this post. Didn't get too much attention, but it was fascinating.
Fascinating, Dan.
You're snoozing. Fascinating. It doesn't really work when I have to beg you to do it. Everybody's been making fun of me because they say H3 podcast in a nutshell. Fascinating.
So we put it on the soundboard.
And you know what? I mean, and then like I was looking through our last episode and I just clicked in one random spot out of 3 hours and it's me going, that's fascinating. I'm like, fuck, I guess maybe I do. I found it really fascinating. So I was like, let's put it on the soundboard. Try to do like
what do you think about the soundboard?
I like it. If fucking somebody will get on their shit.
Fascinating.
It's good.
It's fascinating.
It's fascinating, if I'm being frank. Anyway, so, got it. I said it and I wasn't even... I do say that too much. All right. Now it's a meme. There was a post on our subreddit. It was like, Boogie says I was... Or whatever. Somebody says I was molested as a kid. And Ethan, fascinating. Whatever. Fuck you guys. Memeing on me. Where was I? Story about Jimmie Lee. So we found out about Jimmie Lee on our subreddit. There was a post. And he's like, I have this dentist in New Jersey or Philadelphia, one of the two. And my dentist gave me a mixtape while he was working on my teeth of his band called Jimmie the Jersey Outlaw. And he was like so weirded out by it that he never came back to that dentist. But what he did is Googled his name because he was fascinated.
Fascinating.
By the guy. And what he found was incredible, right? So what he found was that he was also making comedy sketches in his dentist practice beyond passing out his mixtape.
Yeah.
So here's that video. This is how we found Jimmie. Just to give you an idea, it's called One Fooked Up Dentist, a.k.a. One Fucked Up Dentist. The non-cheeky version. All right, this credit goes way too far.
One fucked up dentist.
So... So he's and then they're like just I mean just give you an idea of what we're dealing with here, and then here's a timestamp, one specific moment that caught my eye.
Oh, internet problem.
It's YouTube. Don't blame it. It's always YouTube. They're the source of all problems in my life, Hila. Obviously.
Okay. Stay focused.
I'm doing great.
Great.
Yeah. I love dentists too, because
Why?
they know how to pull out right at the right
Well, grab onto this, baby. Maybe you think your hands are shrunk.
time.
So just for the record, this is his real assistant that he put into this sketch, and he's married, he has kids. He's probably a great family man for all I know. I don't know. But yeah.
I got 4 inches for you, baby, right here. You may
4
not like it
inches.
that wide.
I love magic tricks
Here's
too.
one for you. Pick a number between 68 and 70. I did a girl so good last night, Natalie, that the police came 3 times. You go to school?
Yeah. I'm
Graduate with me. You graduate magna cum laude.
So anyway. But this is a whole total romp, right? This sketch was something that I had never seen before. And so we made a video about it on our second channel. That got his attention. And we ended up meeting up with the guy. But I would say, even before I get to that, what he's most famous for is his street comedy. Mm-hmm. Let me give you a taste of this.
We're here. Couple black girls. You black? I took a guess. How long you been black? You're all right. Oh, look at the size of this one. I'm half white. She went into the 7-Eleven. She didn't leave till 6:10. You're a big girl.
So his comedy style is essentially roasting people he's never met before. It's incredible what he gets away with.
Yeah. Sheesh.
Hey, how you doing? You big fatty. How long you been black? It's really great to watch. I mean, it's really fascinating. Ugh, I'm so aware of myself saying it now.
Fascinating.
That took way too
The
long.
delay.
Dan.
We gotta work on that delay.
You gotta be Doc Holliday on that fascinating button. All right, what else we got?
Goddamn restaurant. What is it with you? You're Jewish or that's a 57 Buick, Billy. With a nose like that. Jeez, that's a big nose.
Oh my God.
So he's like a drive-by insult artist.
Like when people go on a show like the roast,
Right.
they know what they're getting into and they're volunteering themselves.
Right.
But he's just walking on the street and just insulting people.
Like brutally. Well, Hila, don't you know when you walk on the street, you consent to be roasted by Jimmie Lee? Let me see what else we got.
Now, Freddy Krueger.
He brought cameramen with him. I wonder if they know what they're getting themselves into. I don't think they've ever worked together before. It's gonna be interesting to see see how that works out.
2 5s make a 10. You know, Marie?
This is one of my favorites here. He's talking to these old ladies.
By the way, P.S., plastic surgery.
Or what did he say to them?
And by the way, 2 5s make a 10. You know, Marie? And by the way, P.S., plastic.
Wait.
You guys are cougars, Freddy Krueger.
You guys are cougars, Freddy Kruegers.
And he's saying 2
You're
5s
10.
make it 10.
You're 10. 2 5s makes a 10. Yeah.
And P.S. plastic surgery.
It's a little rough telling a girl to get plastic surgery, to be honest, but that's the art. That's the
What
art.
do you do here?
I'm a stripper.
You're a stripper, wow. She went and got a boob job 2 weeks ago because it's all she could qualify for. Hey!
I mean, he paid this girl to come with her. Anyway, you guys get the idea. If you're not familiar, we've got some more clips planned. Let's see here. What else we got?
Sports. Guess what? You
Oh, this
guys-
one. Wait, this is the one. Okay, I want to watch this one later. Hold on one sec. Wait, where is this? Yeah. All right. So that's pretty much Jimmy in a nutshell. Here's a good
Hey,
one.
man, we're here at Comic-Con
Wait,
in
so-
Philly, and I want to tell
Oh, you can keep going.
you guys, today I discovered black and white television. Let's hear it right now. Black and white TV, back from the 60s, but it's back. Your name?
Anna.
Think about
She's
it for a
so
little bit.
scared of him.
And your name? Jordan. Jordan. We're Jordan and Anna. They date, they have a lot of fun. They mix it up a little bit. Tonight she's going to be black, he's going to be white. They do whatever the hell they got to do to get a little attention.
So anyway, to get a little attention, eesh. Whew. He's an old school guy. And then, so anyway, this is his comedy. And then after all that, we made several videos about it. We went out and we met the guy.
I like you.
Okay.
And I want to make passionate enough.
All right.
But tonight I want to be on the bottom.
Okay.
And I want you
The
to...
Discord doesn't work. It shows up on the screen.
Yeah.
All right, the Discord doesn't work, guys.
So Ethan's going to come over the bunk beds. So
Okay.
this way I'm going to be on the bottom and you're going to be on top.
All right. I like piggybacks.
You like that?
I do. I really do.
Brian will jump.
So we went out to lunch and he started like... He's trying to like fuck. I couldn't tell if he was actually trying to fuck this girl.
Okay.
Now the only
Wow.
you don't want to lose your job. Maybe your virginity, but not your job. And we can talk about
No contract to be signed.
So anyway, I'm trying to give you as much full context as I can because I think a lot of people, this was a long time ago. And since then, since we made these videos together, we've kept in touch. We've kept in touch big time.
Explain.
I mean, Jimmy emails me very frequently. He pretty much emails me like 5 times a day. We're best friends. He emails Hila too.
Except I ended up blocking him.
That's a
Only
lot
because
brutal.
I gotta keep my inbox clean, you know?
It wasn't personal.
I gotta see.
But I endured it because I'm like, Jimmy's a legend. I mean, the guy's a legend. So, look, that was it's kind of brutal, but even blocked his ass. I don't feel bad saying that, but it's just look, we're trying to be forthright. We're trying to be frank here. And Jimmy, he's a legend. Are we ready to bring him in? Here we go. We got Jimmie Lee, welcome, the legend. We just did a full intro on you. Welcome
I
aboard.
appreciate that.
Jimmy also brought his cameraman with him.
You want to check this real quick, Sarko? Want to check audio? Yep. Make sure.
Now, what's the cameraman for?
Well, the cameraman is just to make me feel good because when you get older and nobody cares about you and pays attention, you have to pay people to hang out with you. That's kind of what's happening.
That was
me.
like, wow.
Yeah.
That was
well,
real, kind of.
Yeah, things are tough for me now.
Oh my
I'm
God.
having a rough time.
Are you,
Things are
Wait,
tough.
I have
you
a
doing a
feeling
bit?
that's a bit.
you're setting me up?
I'm setting you up.
Yeah, what's the setup?
I got a new girlfriend, though. You know about her?
No.
Oh, she's a blow-up doll. She takes my breath away.
Nice. So what is your name?
Sarkis.
Sarkis?
Uh-huh.
Sarkis.
Yeah.
Sarkis and I met at Folsom County Prison many years ago. He
that
was
true?
actually an inmate.
It's true.
Are you familiar with Oh my God. All right.
Audio, good young fella.
Okay, enough. No more movement.
Yeah.
Do you know what you're getting yourself into?
A little bit.
Are
Saw
you-
some of his videos online.
What was your reaction?
Really funny.
Yeah, funny guy. He's one funny guy. So how are you, dude? How you been?
I'm having some problems, Ethan.
Wait.
I'm having
Where are
some
we? We're
problems.
going back to the beginning. Let's move past
No,
that.
things are fine.
How are you in life? Tell me, like.
Things are good in life. Things are good. I don't have any complaints. Well, I have a couple complaints. I had a dog. I told you about the dog we got rid of. You know about him. The kid was in the hallway with his leg up in the air. I had to get rid of the dog. It was
What?
awkward. My son, I would walk in the hallway, had his leg up in the air. So the dog, and then the dog kept teaching the wife how to roll over and play dead. I had to get rid of the dog. Yeah. We called the dog Egypt. In every room he left the pyramid.
Right.
The dog's gone.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. So
Okay,
you're,
wait, but is it a possibility to ask you how are you doing? Like, not as a bit.
Yeah, how
I'm
are
doing-
you though?
I'm doing fine.
Here
Overall.
it comes.
No, overall.
Okay,
But-
overall good.
I'm a farmer. Overall.
How have you been since last we saw each other? Because it was a pretty intense moment for me. Like it's no secret like between us that it can be awkward for people to be around you, right? Like you know that you elicit that response.
Why do people think that when I'm just a funny guy trying to have fun? Why does that perception happen?
You don't know?
No. Or I hear dad jokes or cringe, and I'm just trying to be funny and cute, and people take the whole thing the wrong way. I don't know.
Okay, that's
I don't get that.
Well, this is great. Okay, so here, well, I actually have a clip, one in particular, and I'll just show it now because I think this is a great place to jump in. Well, if I had to tell you, I think it's because you tend to be like way too offensive
Right. But
to
it's in a
people you've just met.
Right, but people don't get that it's cute. They
Well, when
take
you-
it the wrong
so,
way if they
okay.
don't know me, right?
Right. But none of them know you.
That's
the problem.
So we have to get famous so everybody knows me, and then when I do my shtick, I'll be okay.
Yeah, you got
So
like,
that's the key.
you've got like a catch-22 where you're like, my bits are just mean, unless I'm famous, and then they're
And
great.
then they'll know
But
because they'll know my caveat.
it's kind of getting in the
Yeah.
way of you getting there, maybe,
Right.
or not.
Mm.
Let me watch this particular clip because this one struck me as being particularly brutal.
Which one's this one?
So here,
Guess what? You guys, it's Jimmie Lee, the Jersey Outlaw. I got the 8th wonder of the world over here and the 9th wonder of the world. Tell them your name.
Nicole.
Nicole
Shalimar.
Shalimar just got her own zip code 2 weeks ago.
so like you're basically just like making like brutal fat jokes next to these girls, and the thing is like they don't expect it. You're like, hey, do you want like how do you introduce them? How do you get them to come in the video?
Well, a lot of times they see the cameras and the models and the photographers. They know something's happening.
Right.
So that's a little preempt to bring them in.
Right.
But they don't know what's going to happen. So you get that the candid response. Because if you kind of tell them ahead of time, hey, we're going to do insult jokes, you want to do it? It takes away from the candid
insult.
response, and then it's not as funny. And then there's sometimes we'll do clips and the other people don't react, and then it's not funny because both people have to react to make it funny. So you'll do some clips, people get upset or they're not interested.
Well, do you ever feel like maybe I took this too far?
Yeah, but I never had any filters. You know, that's a good thing and a bad thing. Now, when I'm doing my business and running a company, you know, if you saw me doing that, you wouldn't even know it's me because I have
Right.
multiple locations, 50 employees. I own my own denture lab. I got 10 docs that work for me, and I got a big outfit. And
So
when
you're a successful dentist. What is your passion? Is it comedy or dentistry?
well, I have one dream left. You know, I've made enough money. I have a big company. I have a wonderful family. I've been with my wife 30 years, 2 kids. My last, I've traveled all over. My last thing, Ethan, I want to do is just get famous and known. That's
Famous
the only
and known.
thing. Yeah, that's the only void in my life.
What is that about for you?
I had a void since I was a kid. I always wanted to be a celebrity and a star. You know what's the
But
strangest
what about
thing?
it that appeals to you?
I never got past it. Why? It's a good question. I don't know why. I think my grandfather, when I was real young, took me to the 500 Club, and I saw the celebrities, and I got that buzz. And then in college, the casinos came to Atlantic City. I used to go see all the shows, and I just got a high from entertainment. I wasn't doing this for money. I'm not making money doing it. It's a
Right.
passion from here.
So what does your wife think about the?
She thinks I'm nuts. And I got my oldest son that thinks I'm nuts, and my young one thinks I'm hysterical.
What does she think about all the female attention you get? Because I see in your videos you're often escorted by beautiful young women who.
They're showpieces and sizzle pieces, and I do
Sizzle.
security guards now too, based on
Right.
like the Comic-Con I did them. It's basically just an adjunct or a showpiece, or like if you go to the steak place, there's the sizzle, and then there's the substance. The substance, if the steak's good, the sizzle's how the restaurant looks, and if there's pretty
So
waiters,
the girls sizzle for you.
it's a sizzle effect.
Where do you
That's all
find
it
these
is.
girls?
Modeling agencies.
Okay.
That's basically all they are. And the security guards, a security guard agency. It's just a business transaction. I pay the girls for the day or the security guards for the day. But they create an effect.
Got it.
And an illusion is really what it is.
Right.
So it's a marketing tool.
Is it possible? Are you gonna be there the whole time? It's a little hard for me to focus on.
Are you filming?
Are you filming?
We have 3 cameras in
just-
here, Jimmy.
I mean, I
He's
don't mind
B-roll.
the
You know
the
what?
guy here, but it's hard for me to focus on you when.
I'll leave.
Get out, dude.
Oh, can
No,
he
I'm
stay
kidding.
and do stills? Or no?
Not really.
No.
This
Okay,
one is
okay.
gonna-
We'll do the stills
Thanks,
off.
dude.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Sorry.
Well,
All right. Well. All right.
Sorry, I just.
No, it's pretty. Yeah.
That's totally
It's
fine.
usually pretty intimate for us. Like we're just having a conversation.
Okay.
So.
So tell me about we first learned about you when one of your clients from your dentist practice was like, this dude's handing out mixtapes.
Right. The
Is that
music.
something you're still doing?
No, I stopped music and tried this.
How
I
come
don't know why.
was there a moment when you realized that like
croon no more on the
my God.
I don't croon no more on the dentist. That's off the one effed up dentist.
was there a moment when you like why did you stop handing out your mixtapes? Because clearly that worked. I mean, that got you on our radar.
I did music, and I got some songs on radio. I opened for some big acts, and then I kind of realized that it flatlined. And I'll tell you what made that happen. I wrote a song, Spanish Girl, in 2011, and it was a ballad, which I normally don't write. And it was a beautiful song. It was probably one of my best songs. And it got some radio play and it didn't go anywhere. And I said, that's it with music. I put out something that was like a Mona Lisa.
Was it? Do you have it
Spanish-
available?
Should we listen to it?
Yeah, let's
Spanish
put it
Girl on Listen to It. And
Spanish Girl
Spanish
by-
Girl, Jimmie Lee. Listen to a piece of it. I mean, that's what made me stop when that's it
Wow,
right there.
that cover is
when
good.
this didn't when
That
this
cover.
song didn't go big. Listen to just
You
a-
realize when this song didn't go where you wanted it that... All right, let's watch this video.
yeah.
Who's the girl?
Another model. She's a model, Jen Ortiz.
That's you singing?
That's me singing. I'm really talented with music. It's by a producer, so it's
Did you
mixed.
write it?
I wrote it. Every song
This
you
is
see.
all you.
Every song I've done is written by me. There's no cover song.
Do you get a lot of female attention when you're doing singing and songwriting and
Yeah,
stuff?
you get attention when you do entertainment. I get
Right.
more female attention with music and more middle-aged guys with comedy, but you get attention no matter what it is.
Like, do you ever feel tempted? Because I know you're a married man.
I don't need to do that. I'm a ham. I like just to be the spotlight, and
Right.
that's my buzz. Not running with chicks and that. I just like to be. We were at
You like-
Spago's
you like-
last night. I had Wolfgang Puck over at the table taking. I need to be in the center of the limelight. That's me. That's my buzz.
Got it. All right,
So
let's
you
watch
asked
this.
me earlier why about entertainment. That's it.
The
I have a
attention.
lot of insecurity.
All right.
It's the attention.
There you
That's all
go.
it is. Yeah, yeah.
This is really something. It doesn't sound like you.
It's mixed.
Huh. It sounds good. That's rock and roll, baby.
Yeah. Listen to the chorus a tiny bit more, just where you were at. That's the bridge.
Where are you right now?
Philadelphia,
When did you shoot this?
2012. So, that what happened with comedy was it was a fluke that I got into comedy. I was doing a music show one night, and the lady introduced me to a comedy booker, and I said, my wife always tells me to do comedy, and he goes, well, we have an open mic. Come down in a week. So I got some jokes, and I went down, and I did like 5 minutes, and people laughed. And I said, all right, I'll try this. That's exactly what happened. It was actually, Ethan, a fluke.
So, would you want to roast one of us? Because you're like a roast comedian, right?
Yeah, but
Let's hear it.
all of a sudden, we're having this serious thing, and now I got to go into Jimmie Lee mode.
Let's do it.
All right, so who am I roasting? Am I roasting?
You can start with me.
You want me to start
Take it,
with
Elon.
you?
Poor Elon. Yeah, I can take it.
Well, we all know. Can I, Ethan? First of all, while the viewers are listening, can I confess something that a lot of people don't know,
What?
and I think Hila doesn't know? May I do this on the air?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Okay, well, Ethan, I'm here to tell you, and Hila, I'm here to tell you that I am Ethan's real father. And I just wanted to tell you on the air live. I didn't want to do this, off cup. I want this is and I have photos home and everything.
You do.
I know you think about mom and dad. And Ethan, the other thing is your mom, and I know you don't believe this, is a Kutana.
What is that?
What is
She is Afro-American.
Wait, what is Kutan?
what?
That seems racist.
No. It's from the
is
Disney park.
Oh, it is.
So, yeah, I'm your real dad.
Mom, what the fuck?
And your mom is, yes. And I know you don't know this,
Right.
but you need to know this. And I have photos, and I can bring them in later and show
My
you.
mom is probably texting me right now saying it's a lie.
Now, your mom is a Kutana, and I am your real dad, Ethan. So, son,
So I'm half black? So wait,
Yes, you
part
just
of the
don't
surprise
look
is
it.
that my mom's black.
well,
Because that would be a surprise.
it is true because we had a lot of skin treatments done with you when you were young. We
you
did.
dipped me in bleach.
We bleached you a lot.
Okay,
Yes,
all right.
yes.
Right.
So that is a confession, and I wanted you to be here when I did that.
I like that I asked you to roast me, and then you're my dad is the hardest roast I could deliver. Yeah, let's hear some material. Let's hear some of that fresh original
Well, I
content.
have some new material,
Oh,
Okay.
let's
which
hear
is
it.
nice. This is an Armani, my
Okay,
shirt.
good.
Yeah, Salvation Armani. And I was telling Ethan the difference between a Jew and a canoe, and he said, "What is the difference between a Jew and a canoe?" I said, "A canoe tips, And I can keep that joke to myself, Hila, if you don't like it. And
Well,
I
don't
remember,
even
I
know.
Well,
remember,
okay, canoes tip, unlike Jews. Jews don't tip
tip like money.
because
Oh,
tip like money.
a canoe tip.
So
Yeah.
Ethan,
Oh,
you know,
although good canoes aren't supposed to tip.
right. So Ethan, when he was a little boy, we took him to the zoo when he was 5, and we left him there. And this is what happened. This was the result. And we had him work in a pet store when he was 11, and people used to come and ask him how big he'd get. So he quit that job. When he was a teenager, he was a lifeguard in a car wash one summer. Got wet, so he quit doing that. And he went to high school, and he graduated 9th in his class, actually, out of 10. And he was an honor student in high school. Yes, Your Honor. No, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. And you want any more? He did go to
Oh, my
college
God.
2 years, Hila, and he quit. And I said, Ethan, were you a dropout?
How do you know so much about me?
I'm your father.
Yeah, okay, it all makes sense.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hey, Jimmy, do me a favor. Take off those glasses. You're making a spectacle.
Oh, I never heard that joke before.
Hey, Jimmy, how long have you been white?
I'll be black with you in a minute.
I'll be
What? I don't even get the jokes. Like I don't
No,
even
one
know
of my
what they mean.
one of my jokes is when I do the blacks, I have my whole setup. But when
blacks?
I'm done, I go, I'll be black with you in a minute. I added that one in.
That's powerful.
It is
You seem to be
powerful.
very focused on race, like when you do your bits.
Well, I was a marathon runner, and that's part of that reason.
Yeah, why?
You said I was focused on race,
Right.
and it's because I was a marathon runner
Right.
when I was younger.
Right.
How'd she get that and you didn't? Race?
Well, I don't know why. I kept
It was bad.
No,
It was bad.
No, it was good. I just kept hearing you say blacks in my mind,
Yeah.
and I was like, is it racist to refer to black people as blacks?
Hila, I'll defer to you on
I
that.
don't know. I'm from Israel.
But you say that, right? You say the blacks. That's what you
Yes.
say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Chocolate mocha, colored cream. They're all different flavors. Whatever you want to,
Let's watch some of your videos. Let me see, because like you said, I find it interesting that you're surprised that people are offended by your jokes.
You know what bothers me is that people don't get me. And I'll tell you something interesting. Don Rickles, who's my favorite comic, he said when he started out, nobody got him. But when he hit, everybody loved him. And that's why I said to him earlier in the podcast, if I hit and get famous, people will expect to see what they see from me and I'll be accepted. But when I'm an unknown, I'm an idiot, I'm offensive, I'm cringe.
So you're just thinking it's a matter of time before people get the Jimmie Lee phenomenon.
Yes.
And then-
yes.
then
and
you're
I'm
the
convinced
funniest.
they will.
Right.
I'm convinced they will. And maybe that's me thinking that something's going to happen that I want that won't. But that's exactly what you just
Well,
said.
you got to keep dreaming. Here, watch this clip.
Yes, sir.
FAT. She was standing on the corner last week. The cops told her to break it up. She got on Richard Simmons' show a couple years ago. She's jumping up and down. My TV fell off the
You got
stand.
another fact I want to join.
Jesus.
Do people ever get upset?
Sometimes.
Have you ever has anyone tried to fight you?
No.
Never.
No. Most people know because you have an entourage, your kid. And sometimes when they
You have
get
an
mad.
entourage that disarms people.
Yes, and when they
Yeah.
get a little bit offended, we'll walk away. Like we were at Comic-Con, and there were a couple instances, and my team says, "Let's just go, keep walking." Not
Really?
that they
What
get
happened?
mad. Well, they give
was
you a
di-
look, or they're not interested, or they get upset.
Seems like dangerous.
Well,
Because some of this stuff, I feel like if you said this to the wrong person, you could be in danger.
well, you know what I did, dumb? Did you watch that? Hey, you want some change? I went into Camden. I did something stupid. I could have got killed.
Oh, I want to watch that. How's it
Oh
called?
my God!
How's it called?
It's
Hey,
brutal. Hey, you want some change,
you want
Jimmie
some
Lee?
change, Jimmie Lee.
Yeah, you want to, Hila, you'll die when you see
This
this.
sounds good.
Oh,
okay.
it's brutal.
Okay, so set this video up.
I go to Camden with a bunch of
What's
quarters.
Camden?
It's the worst area of South Jersey. It's all,
Okay.
Medicaid people, poor people. And I go to the bus station and watch. It's hysterical. It
And then
is brutal.
And then you ask these poor people if they want change.
Well, watch what I do to do it. It's kind of, you talk about danger. This was stupid of me to do. Now that I look back, I would never do this again because I could have really got killed.
Did you feel in danger while you were doing it?
We left after about a half hour because some people started up, and I
Right.
was only with one guy.
You didn't have the whole. You didn't have the
No.
girls. You didn't have. Yeah.
It was me and one guy on my phone filming.
All right. Oh, he's on your film.
On my phone
Oh, your
filming.
phone. Oh,
Yeah.
wow, this is great. Let's have a look. Say, you want some change, poor people? That's funny because they're poor. And they probably do want change.
Well, that's what makes it cute. Watch.
It's cute.
Watch. I became very popular.
Every time you get a question right, I'm gonna give you some change. What's your name? Mike. Correct. Where you from, Mike? Kent. Correct.
Stupid.
Are you black?
Yes, sir.
Correct. How big's your dick?
This is funny.
How big's your dick? This is the big question. How big?
That's kind of a personal question, right?
It's funny because who would do this? That's why I don't get the people don't
Oh,
get
that's
it.
why it's funny.
Yeah.
Who would do this?
That's why Hila, we have to get famous so people
Well,
expect to see it.
That's like, that's almost like murdering your whole family and then being like, who would do this?
Well, it's okay
It's
because
funny,
I'm famous
right?
now. People
It's
expect
cute.
It's cute. It's funny. Who would do this?
I'm not that crazy over the line.
You're not that crazy.
No,
but that would be funny.
I would never hurt a person. I just want to be noticed and have fun. That's really all it is.
So I guess you're successful if that is your goal. But let's keep watching. By the way, how much money were you giving this guy?
I had a bunch of quarters in my car,
Couple
maybe
bucks.
$50 a quarters. We had fun.
We had a good time.
We had fun.
We had a laugh.
We almost got killed a little
Yeah,
bit.
it was a good time.
But there's more good scenes
So
if you want to watch.
I want to watch this. Let's find out how big this guy's dick is.
How big's your dick? That's the width. How big's your dick? Now come here. How big's your dick?
You keep pushing it too. It's like,
He's also
oh,
he's also on the phone.
oh yeah, he's on the phone. Like, I love it. I love it. So why do you keep pushing the it's your big? Like, are you genuine? You just like the awkwardness? You like to push that boundary?
A bit's good when the person reacts, and you have to be innate when you do entertainment. Innate. You have to kind of know without thinking about it whether to push, whether to go away. Like if someone's really getting mad, you apologize, you stop, and you don't put that clip in.
Of course.
And when somebody's going with you and they're energetic and he's manicky like me, you push it. So you
He was welcoming you.
Yes.
Or the energy was come hither. Let's keep the quarters rolling.
Yeah, right. Oh, there's more funny bits in this.
60 inches, correct, and you win the grand prize. Here's the white guy. Wait a minute.
Watch this one.
This guy's homeless, and let me tell you guys something. I'm dating a homeless girl now, and the coolest thing about going out with a homeless girl is wherever you drop her off after the date, she's home. Now wait a minute. Next week, she like that. Next week, ha to you. Next week, she's moving into an abandoned.
Watch what I make this guy do.
Want some change? I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Where'd you get your beer? Beer? And you put your head under your armpit? Yeah. And by the way, give the people in Bethlehem like that.
This guy doesn't seem down with your shit.
No, but watch what I make him do. Ethan, it's hysterical. Watch a little more of this. Watch this.
This big black guy behind you is
He
freaking
wants
me
a
out.
picture. He wants a picture.
Oh,
But
he just wants a picture.
Watch what this white dude does. Watch
Okay.
him.
Wait, he knows you?
No, he thinks I'm famous. He wants a picture. Watch him. The black dude on the right. Watch the white guy on the left, what he does. Watch.
What's your first name? Correct! You get changed. Are you gay? We'll ask that question again because he thinks you are. Are you gay? Are you bisexual? Are you trisexual? Correct!
Now
You get
watch what
changed. I'm
happens now.
trisexual. I'll try anything. In a minute. I'm talking to Kevin. You Irish, Kevin?
Watch this.
It's your fucking day. Start doing the leprechaun shit. Dance around.
It's St. Patrick's Day we did this.
The fucking white guy, he's got rhythm. You black guys aren't the only ones who got rhythm.
So you see, it's just being crazy. And what I did was I didn't think before I did this reel, and I watched it, Ethan, and I could have actually got killed. I would never go into the danger zone like this. This is kind of being manicky, not thinking before you do something. That's probably the most risque reel I did. And that was in a really bad area.
It's
But
a
it was
little-
daytime.
Yeah, it was daytime.
It's like pranks in the hood.
Yeah, it's kind of pranks in the hood.
Pranks in the hood.
It's
Yeah.
a whole genre on YouTube.
Is it really?
You're
Yeah.
kind of, you're tapping into an existing genre.
I didn't even know that.
Pranks in the hood. It's when pranksters go into like a black neighborhood, the hood, and they'll do something like, what's a good one? Pretend to steal their gas or
yeah,
something.
steal-
Well, I
their
did see
phone.
Roman
Right.
Atwell
Yeah.
pretend
Yeah.
he was siphoning gas out.
Yeah, what do you
That's
think
called
about it?
Pranks in the Hood.
Yeah,
I
Pranks in
thought
the
it was
Hood.
hysterical.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, you did?
those people in the hood, man.
It's our favorite kind of videos.
Oh, you like that?
Really?
So should we go into downtown LA tomorrow? No.
Well,
only
if you,
did-
I'll fund you. I'll buy you the quarters.
No,
Are you willing to film that?
I gotta
Would you
tell
film
you
that?
guys. That was a little scary.
Would you charge
And
more
when
for
I
that?
left, I said I wouldn't do it again.
Insurance policy.
Yeah.
Insurance policy.
I have
Yeah.
family, you know?
Yeah. Hopefully no one goes after you. That camera's looking nice.
Yeah.
That's worth more than a couple quarters.
It's a few quarters.
Yeah. So that was, we were talking about danger video. That's a danger video, that one.
So did you ever feel, I mean, you felt threatened during this. Like, what happened? What were they doing?
Well, at the end, some guy was like, this white guy's making a fool of you. And he was getting real loud. And I thought everybody's going to band together. And I said, Joe, this is our exit point. How much video you got? He goes, I got about 15, 18 minutes. I said, come on, we'll give it to Brian. He'll edit it into a 5-minute video. And we left.
So
we kind of knew when to go.
Whew, let's keep watching, man. This video is spectacular.
Okay. This is...
Correct, Jim. Where are you from? Jim. Correct. More change. Oh, Lord. Yes. Are you black? Yes. Correct. More change. That's enough for me. Get some right out. What happened to your teeth? Go to the dentist.
I came out like that.
You gotta go to one fucked up dentist. Tell him, Joey. You gotta go to one.
Your cameraman must be insane to accompany you on this. Like, who's filming this?
He's my photographer and best friend, and he was with me at lunch, and we ran over as a.
This was impromptu. This was
an
unplanned.
impromptu. We didn't plan this.
You're just like, hey, there's a bunch of poor people here.
Let's run over after lunch. We ran over for 20 minutes and did it. We didn't plan this. It's on my phone.
Fucked up dentist. How big you get? How big? Nine what? 9 feet? That's the width. Let's ask the question again. How big's your dick? How big's your dick? Come on, honey.
See, some of them are cool.
How big's your dick? All right, you get some change. Let's hear it for this guy. Go. Kevin, do you get fan mail from bald-headed women? Correct. How long have you been like this, Kevin? All my life.
I said, you get fan mail from
It's
bald-headed
brutal.
women.
You got. I feel like you have to acknowledge that watching this is brutal.
I love this shit. You know why? I grew up on Don Rickles, and people when I was real young here that didn't get him, and they would go, "Oh, he's
But I don't-
offensive."
yeah, but
and
I
he'd
know
go on
what-
Carson, and I would be dying, and people were like,
But
"Why
Don
are you
Rickles
laughing?"
doesn't go on the street and call. Like, he's got a little more tact, right? Like,
Yeah, well, he's more old school. Where I have no filter,
right. That's the
but
new
it's the
age.
same style.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
he's making a face.
I just, man, you're
SOS.
such a character. No, you're such a character. You're an uncontrollable meme with lots of energy.
That's a good way to describe me.
Yeah.
I tried taking Viagra. I just got 2 inches taller. It didn't help. I ended up with a stiff throat.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, can you tell us about your dentist life? Like, do you do these jokes with your clients?
Yeah, to a point with certain ones, but
Do you insult
not
your
way
clients?
over the top. No.
No insults on your
'Cause I
client.
can't imagine
little
anyone.
one-line puns and jokes.
How far would you insult someone in your dentist chair?
I don't.
You said like, oh, just little one-liner punches. Like, what's one you would tell your patient?
Well, I'll do. I'll say, I got married in a garage. That's why I couldn't back out. I don't know how your marriage is. Mine's not going too good. I said
Right.
I'm married, but my wife's ill. I said, is your wife busy tonight? Like, I'm not insulting them.
Right.
You know,
Do those
well,
people come back? They come back.
I have a lot of older people that have been coming to me years and they love me and they get me because they're 50 to 60 and it's the old school jokes. And I know who not to do it with. And you got to remember, I got 5 offices I own and I work only out of one seeing patients. So I've had these patients for 17 years. They know me in the Audubon location. In the other locations, I'm only an administrator with staff. And when I'm working and running a business, I'm looking at metrics and numbers and measurements and schedules and insurance agent reports. I'm not acting like an idiot, Jimmie Lee, going in to run my business. I'm Dr. James Weiner, the business administrator, which you two wouldn't even recognize. Or probably like, because I'm kind of like that Superman and Clark Kent. It's 2 different
So tell me,
characters.
you're married.
Do you
How long-
dress differently?
Well, I
as,
dress
James Weiner?
up. I dress up when I'm doing
Like,
dentistry.
you wear here's the dentist coat,
And-
probably.
and,
guess,
yeah, and
yeah.
when I'm doing administrative, it's nice jeans and a Robert Graham shirt, like that shirt. Jimmie Lee meets Ethan and Hiller, like a shirt like that. But when I'm running my dental business, I'm a business guy, an administrator, and a dentist. And when I'm doing entertainment, I'm the high energy, crazy guy. It's 2 different
All
personalities.
right, let's take a quick break.
Sure.
You want to run to the bathroom, get a drink or something?
I would like to. You know who hangs out in the men's room, Ethan? May I? May I?
You may.
All the dicks.
What?
Wait, say that joke
You know who
again?
hangs out in the men's room?
Yeah,
May
all
I?
the dicks.
May I?
Yeah.
All the dicks.
I don't get the
I
may I
don't-
part.
Like, may I give you the answer?
Yeah.
May I?
Yeah.
Do you know I have 2 fans now? Did I tell you I'm doing well in
Let's take
comedy?
a quick break.
No, I got 2 fans. They're up in the attic. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, yeah.
Can
Let's
I
talk.
pee?
Yes.
Thank
All
you.
the dicks.
My
You may.
urologist says okay.
You may. Okay. All right, so we're gonna
what's
thank our
nice?
sponsors
You know what I
briefly.
like is the fun with the seriousness and the juxtaposing it,
Right.
and we're doing it great off the cuff. Who the hell could? It's kind of like Alan and Rossi, right off the cuff without thinking about it.
Right.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's powerful stuff.
It's really good. Well, you are a perfect straight man because I was very friends with Steve,
Right.
who died. Steve was a straight guy to Marty, and we hung out for about 15, 20 years, and I learned a lot from him. He was a singer, and then he moved into the straight role, and Marty was the comic. And back when we were really young is when there were 2 comedians. You see, in the 70s, 80s, it was 1, but when it was this 50s,
All right,
60s,
Jimmy, we're gonna
it was
take
2.
a quick break.
All right, I'm
Run to the
sorry.
bathroom. We'll be ready in like 3 minutes.
I apologize.
Nope. Hey,
No,
I just gotta. We're on a schedule. It's
Yeah.
from the producer. He's screaming at me. It's not me.
Guys, are we doing okay?
How you doing?
Sorry about the other guy, dude.
Oh, it's fine.
He asked us to put it in there. I was like,
Yeah, it's fine.
No problem.
How are you?
I'm good. Good. Very busy, but good.
How are you guys? We're still live, by the way.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. All right, this is rougher. This is rough. This is rougher than I thought it was gonna be. I don't know how to handle this shit. Yeah, thank you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm fucking in. I'm in over my head.
Seriously.
Is this I feel like I have no control over this.
We're done.
I blasted through all my questions in like 5 minutes, and all that was left was how many dicks are in the bathroom. Ugh. All right, let me thank the sponsors.
All right.
Quip.
I was just gonna say we could bring Dan with the news after the break. If you need Dan to.
Maybe we should take some questions. You know, what'd be funny is
Right, we could do questions.
this is like the worst ghost stories. People are saying, okay, oh my
Okay.
god, dude, I'm sorry. All right, here we go. Let me thank the fucking.
No profanity, please, when we do sponsors.
I'm like a late night show guy who's like, hey. All right. Thank you to our wonderful sponsors. Let me tell you who's up this week. Quip. I got a burp. Not related to them.
Start over.
It's not related. It's a bodily function. But the good thing is that Quip makes the best toothbrush I've ever used. And a burp like that, it'll get brushed out in moments. Here's the thing about Quip. They've got this incredible electric toothbrush that basically times it out when you're brushing. It times it for 3 minutes, so you know you're getting a great brush. And I'm a guy that's obsessed with soft bristles. Okay, my bristles, if they ain't soft, they ain't brushing. And this is soft, buddy. So it like times it out.
What?
I think that just pops on. Yeah, that's just for the refill. You hear that? That's vibrating magic. There's more than one use for this toothbrush. Do you know what I'm saying, Gila? Anyway, it times out your brush. It gives you the best brush possible. And here's what these cool guys did. Go to getquip.com/H3. Look at this landing page they made. This is adorbs. Hi, Ela Kleiners. Here's what these guys are doing for us right now. Just for everybody watching this stream, a special. Everybody who's watching right now, if you go to the link, getquip.com/H3, you get 50% off. Straight up, 50% off. That's it. Give it a shot because at that price, it's going to be freaking affordable. And I guarantee this toothbrush will change your life. Your breath stinks. Change it with Quip. This was voted like invention of the year by some people with clout.
We actually use this.
I use it at home.
It's great.
This is all I use. So anyway, I'm a big fan of this product. So head on over if you're in the market for a toothbrush that'll shake your life and you want 50% off, go to getquip.com/H3. If you're watching on YouTube, that offer will expire, but you'll still get a free refill. So thank you to GetQuip. Appreciate you. Next up, we have Dollar Shave Club. I mean, come on. I love these guys. Welcome to the neckbeard starter kit. I don't know if you guys saw our last video on H3 about the 34-year-old virgin, but we did the neckbeard in his honor. I wanted to keep the neckbeard for this episode because I genuinely loved it. Hila made me shave it off out of shame.
Yep.
I was like...
we had some meetings on that yesterday.
Right.
And we almost left like that with the neckbeard, and I was like, oh my God, maybe you should shave it.
Well, it's messed up because you're the one, after we shot that video, I was like, all right, I'm going to go shave off my neckbeard. And he was like, no, you have to keep it because you just told everyone else to do a neckbeard for the Super Trooper Nation. And I was like, wow, you're right.
What is the lesson? Don't listen to me.
That's not the lesson because the lesson has always been listen to Hila. And now I'm just fully conflicted. I wish I had the neckbeard because it's so good. Guys, if you go to, you guys know what's up with Dollar Shave Club. They're one of our great old faithful sponsors, okay? It's a no-brainer. You get this great, where is it? It's a no-brainer, guys. You want thickness, you want heaviness in a holder, get real. This is the thickness, bye. I'm telling you, you could have a really good time with both of these products. I'm telling you, you could have a really good time with both these products. It's thick. Anyway, you get 4 cartridges. You get shave butter. That's a $15 value. If you go to dollarshaveclub.com/H3, you get it for $5. $5 neckbeard starter kit. It doesn't get better than that. I swear to you now, this is the only razor that doesn't give me razor burn. And that's not a burn. That's a what up, pimps. I do really love this product, so I recommend it big time. If you're in the market for a razor, you want to support the show, head on over to dollarshaveclub.com and get that whole package for only $5.
Cool.
Thank you to them. And finally, finally, Bethesda, favorite company, make the best games on this God-given earth. They came out with a new card game. I spoke about it a couple episodes ago, called Elder Scroll Legends. And it's a card game online. You can play it on your phone, your tablet, your computer, on all platforms. You can log out on your phone, log in where you left off on your computer. I've been playing this game a lot. I'm in pretty deep on the ranked system. If you guys are into card games, I think you should really try this game. It seems more polished and balanced than other card games I've played. And I find myself having the best games I've had of any card game. It's really fun.
That's all he's been playing, by the way, in the past week.
Either wants to hang out. I'm like, listen, baby. Here's your quip. Have fun with your quip. I'm playing my card game. I'm playing Legends. Guys, here's another amazing thing. I think Elder Scrolls Legends is the first game to ever do this. If you connect your Bethesda account to Twitch and you watch somebody on Twitch playing Legends, then you get random free drops. That's really cool. I don't think any company's ever done that. I think they're the first one to do that. It's a really fun game. If you like card games, give it a try. Go to Bethesda.net and open your free account. It's free to play. Play it for 30 minutes. You're going to be hooked. I guarantee it. All right. Thank you to our sponsors, guys. If you're in the market for a toothbrush, razors, or you're looking for a fun new video game, consider trying those products out to help support the show. It would mean a lot to us. All right. Thank you, guys. So what do you think? Do we step back into the eye of the storm?
Should we take a break for a minute and send the nudes with Dan?
Send the nudes? Are you guys ready for the nudes? People, send the nudes. I don't know what to do. Okay. Maybe let's take a quick, 1 minute break, regroup. Ay. In too deep, you guys. All right, let's take a quick 1 minute break. I'm just going to going to discuss with my allies here. And don't go away. Terrible, terrible things are going to happen if you leave. That's just a proven fact. We've done polls on that. 50% of the people who stop watching perish within 30 minutes. They just perish. All right? So, oh, yeah, and one other thing. Everybody who is going on Twitch Prime, have to give a big thank you to all you guys. I haven't given you a shout-out in a minute. If you don't want to buy any of those products, but you want to support the show, if you have Amazon Prime, you can attach it, connect it to your Twitch account, and subscribe for free every month using Amazon Prime. Y'all are the heroes and the salt of this very earth. Thank you so much to all you guys. Means a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. Helps the show out a lot. All right, I'm seriously just going to be 1 minute. I just want to regroup. So we'll be back after a quick break. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining us today. We have, so you brought the cameraman, and we're snapping a photo
We're
here.
going to do a couple stills.
Okay, so
You have to.
There we go.
okay,
Nice.
all right.
Thanks, Jimmy, for all the hand motions.
Oh, we're doing hand motions. I thought they were
We have
stills.
to- and then Ethan, let's do the big. No, don't you leave, young fella. You weren't this.
No,
way.
I was.
Don't leave.
Ethan,
You don't move until Jimmy gives you the green light.
Ethan.
Yeah. What do we call this?
Wow shot.
Wow shot.
Wow shot.
Come on, Hila.
Why is it called a wow shot?
Because it's what is it, Hila?
It's like the size of his dick, right? Wow.
That would be
Right?
That's sharp. This is not mine.
Got him, right?
Here we go. Come
All
on.
right, wow shot.
Here we go.
Wow.
Nice. I like it.
Awesome. All right, wait, hold on. Can he move?
Don't tell him. It's your shot.
No, I mean,
No,
he's.
it's fine.
It's okay. You
okay,
can go.
We're good.
That's perfect. You guys now they're good angles.
So- sorry about that.
No
Thanks,
worries.
Derek.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude.
Thank you.
No, don't worry about it.
I'm really sorry, man. All right, well, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure.
My pleasure.
I hope you don't get stabbed or shot.
No.
I wish you health and happiness and all the attention.
What
in
is
the world.
what is your advice for me to get famous? You're smarter than me with the entertainment.
Okay, if you want to get famous,
Without I'm
this
not going
isn't
to murder
good
nobody.
advice. No, this isn't good advice. Oh, you know what? I don't know. I got no advice for you. Mine was an accident, Jimmy. But I don't know that I think you're too mean. I think you have to tone it down a little bit. Like you
Okay.
can't. Like there's this one here. Like hold on. I want to point out this one.
Go
here.
a little easier.
Yeah.
Because you can be funny without being like
Vicious.
Yeah, vicious. And I know you don't mean to be vicious because you have
But
a,
it comes off
you
too
have,
vicious.
you have a sweet heart. You have a golden heart. You're a golden man.
I'm a good guy, but people don't see it.
Where's the sound at? There's this one where you walk into a candy store and you says, "You're a big girl."
Yeah, that's
You're
the
a
South
big
Beach. That's the
girl.
South Beach one.
Yeah. And so to her it's like, oh fuck, man.
Yeah,
I'm
too
insecure. I'm insecure about being fat.
and I made it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. But on the other hand, there's probably a market for people who just like that you're mean. So I would say either tone it down or kick it up.
Yeah, got you.
So either go back to the hood.
I'm not going to do the pranks in the hood. I don't want to get killed. I just like the insult comedy on the street. Maybe you're right. Maybe go down a notch so I have a more percentage of people that accept it. I like that idea better.
Or you gotta phrase it as insult comedy.
Let them know maybe
Yeah,
ahead
let
of
them
time.
know.
Be like, hey, I do insult comedy. Just to let you know, I'm a little outrageous and
Are you okay with that? If you're
yeah,
not, we won't film.
Exactly. That's
So the real they'll know ahead of time.
I
Will you
think
be my
that-
agent?
I'll be your manager. I'll go even further. I'll be your agent, your manager, and your lawyer. That's 25%.
Let's make it 40%. Colonel Parker got away with it. Why can't you?
What's 40% of how much did
zero.
you say you're making on
Zero.
YouTube?
Zero.
$45 a month.
No, zero.
Okay, all right. Cool. I'm in.
You're in.
I'm in.
That's funny.
Wait, can
That's
we get
funny.
40% of the dentistry?
Yeah, that's
Oh, jeez. that hill is the big number.
You watch Shark Tank?
Yeah, I do.
So they're always like, listen, if I'm going to invest in you, I need all the businesses, not just one.
Yeah.
So I need 40% of the dentistry.
That won't happen. My wife.
I'm out. For those reasons, I'm out.
Who was that? Kevin?
That was
Yeah,
Matt.
no,
That was
Mark.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
that's
obsessed
funny.
with Shark Tank.
Do you like The Prophet? You should watch The Prophet.
Oh.
That's
I don't know The
another
Prophet.
show where the guy goes in and he looks at businesses. It's people, process, product. And he looks at a business, how to help them and get their revenues better, cut their overhead. And most of the businesses aren't doing well. So I watch a lot of business shows to help.
So do I
me.
get 40% or no?
You get whatever the hell you
I
want.
want 40% of the dentistry.
Take 50. Why are we stopping at
Okay,
40?
all right. So I'll put your
Okay.
people in touch with my
Yeah.
people.
Okay.
All right, Jimmy,
Yes. Is there any more interviews, or am we finished now?
you're
or-
being, you know, in the
Am I being ejected?
you know,
It's the ninth inning. I'm being
Jimmy,
ejected.
You know, in the old cartoons gags, they'd have like a long cane and they pull you off stage.
Is that where
Yeah.
we're going?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Dan, bring out the giant cane.
Okay. Well, thanks for having me.
Thanks
I love
for
you
coming
guys.
out for us.
I
Thanks
love
for
you.
coming. I love
No,
you too, buddy.
I love you.
Yeah.
And
Hey.
you have an open invitation. If you're bored tomorrow, have nothing to do, and you want to kid around with the Jewish kid for a couple hours,
What's the
email
address?
me. It's the Peninsula
No,
Hotel.
don't say it.
Ooh, beep. You know where
Sorry,
I'm
I
at.
shouldn't have set you up
You
on
can
that.
you can email me if you want to come, and we'll be there tomorrow after lunch from about 1 to 5. I have a cabana.
Okay.
And you're more than welcome to be my guest.
Thank you, Jimmy.
I love you guys.
Thank you.
I mean,
ya.
as much as we kid around and have fun. One last thing, Ethan, your pants today are about a half inch high up in a crotch. That's why your eyes are batting and blinking a little bit. You got to loosen up the pants a little bit or get another tailor. Okay?
What?
Okay, I'll remember that, Jimmy. Thank you for that.
I had to throw him off on that.
Hey,
and Hill, I love you.
Thank you.
I don't love you that much, but I love you.
Okay. All right. Anything about the camera guy?
Camera guys, it's his first job and last job. I mean, the lens cap's still on, Sarkis. You got to do a little something. This big film's going to come out dark. It's going to look like Ben Vereen, for Christ's sake. Take the lens cap
Would you
off.
work with Jimmy again?
Absolutely, he's a lot of fun.
Yeah, he's a blast, isn't he?
I pay.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
He pays cash.
Cash.
Cash on
the
hand.
barrel head.
Well, you've got dentist money. What's
Right.
with dentists? They charge too much money.
Well, here's my deal with you because you've helped me. You just need to come to New Jersey. You don't pay when you come to me because you've helped me a
That's
lot.
really
I would help
nice.
you. That's what I do for people that are good to me.
Ela, would you
Do
sit in
you
his dentist chair?
specialize in anything?
All you
or-
need to do is show up.
Do you-
I told you that when you lived in New York. We're general dentistry model, and we do pretty much a lot of specialty procedures with the exception of ortho we don't do, and
no
surgical
ortho.
impactions we don't do, but almost everything else we do in the locations.
Would you sit in his dentist chair?
Yeah, but I'm different. I'm different when I'm but
you
I'm
wear-
not the
do you
one
wear the
effed up
sunglasses?
dentist
do you-
when I'm
wait.
working.
Do you put people under and then work on them?
Well, if they ask me for gas, you know what I do? I give them electric, because they always turn me on, especially the middle-aged ladies. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh.
Where's that clip? Brad?
Where's that
Oh,
clip?
yeah.
Here he goes. Uh-oh. What's this? Oh, it's a vibrating toothbrush, guys. I have to give that to my middle-aged ladies that are lonely.
It's actually really good.
It's a great toothbrush.
You know what I told one dental patient the other day? I
All right,
said,
bring out the cane, Dan.
no, I said when we're done, get dressed and use the mouthwash. She did.
Okay, good.
So wait, do you wear the sunglasses when you're at work?
No, no.
Okay.
This is the Jimmie Lee look.
Okay.
All right, Jimmy. God
Thank
bless
you,
you.
kids. I
Thank
love
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Peace
everybody.
and love, and
Thank you.
H3 rocks.
Thank you, guys. Welcome back to the H3 podcast live. Unfortunately, this week. All right, how was that?
That was a ride. That was a ride. It was some pretty powerful stuff out there.
I think we broke some new ground though.
Yeah.
I mean, you got him to get real for a couple
For, like, 2
moments
seconds?
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a little chink in the armor right at the end there too. It seemed
Yeah,
like
that's
the
that-
guard came down.
Right,
a
there was
little bit.
some realness there where he's like, tone it down a little bit. All right, whatever. Hope that was a interesting experience for you. Let's do another start
That's
and just do it from the news.
okay.
Just go straight news.
Let's just restart and go to the news and cut it from there.
Jake, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't crawl up there. Why? Okay. I just wouldn't do that. Crawl up there. Why? Okay.
Hey,
there it is. All right, let's do the news.
Let's do it. All right, so let's swap back here. All right, so in the news this week, August 11th, 2017. First up, this one's exciting actually. We got a little H3 Send News update for you. Remember a couple weeks ago we talked about how in Baltimore we were going to give a no murder weekend a try.
Wasn't it in honor of some holiday? It's like
it wasn't. No, it was. It's kind of a tragic thing. It was like a mother who had a kid shot or something,
right,
and was just like, let's do this. Let's do this, Baltimore. We can go one weekend without killing anybody, right?
Right.
Wrong. that was wrong.
Second deadly shooting.
Not just one, two murders over the no murder weekend.
It was almost like an invitation for them.
Yeah, I feel like it's a really pretty serious troll.
I really thought it would work.
You were hopeful?
Well, it's like, even like the most hardened criminals should be like, somebody's children died.
Yeah.
Let's all put down our gats, as they call them.
They do call them that, yeah.
And have a peaceful weekend. Baltimore's a rough place, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, it has that reputation, and it is on pace to actually set the record for its highest annual homicide toll this year.
Someone's breaking records at least.
There you go. And they were trying to, pump the brakes on that a little bit, and unfortunately, 40 hours into the grassroots ceasefire, a 24-year-old man was fatally shot, and then within a few hours of that, a 37-year-old was also killed by gunshots.
Sad.
It's terrible. I feel bad laughing, but I mean, when we talked about this last time, we all kind of knew that
Well, we took bets. I think some of us were like, "Come on, they cannot kill each other for one day."
Yeah.
One day maybe, but this was 3 days. It was a 72-hour.
Oh, it was a 72. Well, they overreached.
I know, exactly.
You gotta pace yourself.
Start small, people. Come on.
It reminds me of Prank Invasion. No clothes family day.
Yeah.
No more.
No shooting other people day. Was there any quick games for quick kisses reported on the ground during those 72 hours?
That was actually, that 37-year-old.
We got to send Chris in. All right, what's next?
All right, so next up, hold on, let me get this up. Here we go. So, there's been a lot of talk about dabbing on haters lately, and I guess it's just we need to take stock of the fact that we live in a country where it is in fact okay to dab on the haters.
Dude.
Yeah, hell yeah, because in Saudi Arabia, this famous singer was arrested for dabbing during a concert.
So Jack Film's been asking the question, what happens when the haters dab back?
Yes.
This is what happens.
This is what happens. And here he is.
Oh my God.
Here he is doing
What
his
is
thing.
their fucking rationale for banning dabbing?
There it is.
That was a brutal dab. He held formation for
It's
a
like a
minute.
scary dab.
Hold on.
That was like a fucking jihad dab. That was like a fucking straight up Allah Akbar dab.
Here we go. We're going in slow-mo now.
Dude, look at that wind up.
Whoa! Boom! Damn.
Dude, that's when the bombs go off.
That's the trigger.
Yo, why was he arrested? How did they justify that?
Yeah, so apparently, this is a law on the books. This wasn't arbitrary. It is actually illegal in Saudi Arabia to dab.
Why?
Wow.
Because it is it's part of the country's far-reaching anti-drug. They're very serious about that over in Saudi Arabia. No substances at all, and I think you can even drink there, right? Like literally nothing is allowed.
But how
and
is,
it's taken
very,
how
very
is
seriously.
dab? How is dab
Yeah, how does
related?
dabbing enter the equation?
Somehow it's associated with drugs, I guess, is how they view it.
Well, I don't know
it's
about
Western culture. They don't want penetrating their society or something, but it somehow it was decided, it was officially prohibited by the country's anti-drug authority, as many considered it a reference to weed and other narcotics.
What? Well, I don't know about you guys, but when I dab, it's just an elaborate injection.
Oh, I see. Bam.
Hey.
It's a cover and boom. Get that needle in there. Okay.
I'm trying out here. Listen, I can't
that was a
outshine
little
Jimmy.
dad joke.
I can't Jimmy came in. How am I going to compete with Ela?
You're not going to.
Why don't you? You know what, Ela?
Dude. Seriously?
Are you really dabbing at me?
Whoa.
Is this one? All right, but what's next?
Next up. Okay, hold on.
I love that someone went to prison for dabbing, though. I would cherish that.
Yeah.
I'll never go to
Probably
Saudi
for
Arabia.
a long time. Yeah, me neither.
I will never go to Saudi Arabia. I'll never go to the Emirates. Those guys actually own slaves. I hold those countries in the highest contempt, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of, they're a theocracy. Of course, it's insane.
Yeah, but it's even beyond like the theocracy. Like they bring in like Asian immigrants to do like hard labor, and then
Right.
they confiscate their passports so they can't leave,
Right.
effectively holding them slaves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't go there. They'll fucking lock you up for dabbing.
Right.
Like you're hanging out with your friends, you're throwing up dabs. Next thing you know, you're one of the. I don't know, whatever. Next. All right, what's next?
All right. So next, in China, a granny gang that was all recruited from some ballroom dancing classes was busted and arrested for terrorizing their victims into paying their debts. Basically, this guy got these grandmothers to be his like little army of enforcers. He's
they're
a loan
repo
shark,
men.
right? No, but it's more like a loan shark.
Repo nans.
Right. So like, you know, normally this would be like a guy like Jimmie Lee come and break your thumbs or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And over here we have a whole slew. How many did they say? Hold on, I took note of this.
Granny gang.
A bunch of women age up to 70 were enforcers. Who was
Strong
enlisted
arm
by this outdoor ballroom dancing class. They would intimidate people with megaphones before confronting them directly. So can you imagine this? Like just on the
No,
street,
I
you're walking
don't.
down the street, and you have like a dozen or so elderly women with
I
megaphones.
mean, that is
What?
pretty like terrifying.
Right.
What was his thought process in recruiting, elderly women?
Well, so it goes a little bit further. They would tear the clothes off their female victims and strip
Oh.
off their own clothes before
Oh.
confronting men, apparently to suggest that they had been sexually assaulted.
How
so they're
did
like-
you find 30 grandmas down for this shit?
Okay, so how they found it. Beijing News reported that one gang member said, and I quote, "I had nothing to do, so I thought it would be fun to try."
There you go.
You got nothing better to do. I mean, what are you doing? You're living in some small town in rural China.
I'll tip the beanie. It's creative.
Yeah.
It is.
Creative solutions.
Creative solutions
I
to
can't
an
even
age-old
imagine
problem.
what is that.
It's just, I mean,
It's bizarre.
How do you, they strip their clothing off?
I forgot too. A key point is that they were also given free meals, and you know how old people are.
Is that how they're paid?
That's what it says. Yeah, they were paid in meals.
China's weird, dude.
Yeah, it's a little odd. I mean, I'm sure there's this weird of shit that happens here too, though. To be honest. But this time it was China, so there you go.
Well, I do recall a couple weeks ago there was, that one story sticks out about the vegans who rescued, or was that in Canada?
Yeah, that was.
No, that was here in the States.
Yeah, so
That was here.
All the meerkats or whatever. They got
them dead
slaughtered by
meerkat.
like
Yeah.
That's one of my
40,000.
favorite stories of the year.
Yeah, that was. Oh God, shut up, Walmart. So
Walmart.
yeah, next story. Walmart. Did you guys see this? This actually made some pretty major news. So you may have already
Walmart
seen this one.
apologizes for sign marketing gun. Oh, I saw that. Was that real? I thought that was Photoshop.
I thought it was Photoshop too. This is completely real.
Yo, wait.
Oh my god.
Okay,
No.
so what you're looking at is a gun rack of rifles, and above it, it says, "Own the school year like a hero." It's a Walmart ad.
What?
So fucking wrong. So Walmart immediately came out and said, this is not officially sanctioned, and like they wanted to know like what store did this so they could like crack down on
I
it.
saw that, and I was like, "This is a Photoshop. It's funny, but there's no
How-
way that this
How
is real."
could that happen?
It's got to be a disgruntled employee, right? That was where my mind went.
Or
Like,
someone doing a
that's-
bit of a meme.
Huh.
I get, but it had to be somebody who had access to their marketing material. You know what I mean? Like they got shipped those placards,
Right.
and it was like, "Oh, this would be hilarious."
Wait, where the fuck does Walmart sell rifles?
Yeah, that too.
Most of the
I've
country
never
actually.
Seen that.
I've never seen. I mean,
No, not in.
California.
I don't think in California, but in most of
Oh
the
my
country,
God, I
you
need
can
to
walk
get
into
out
Walmart.
Right.
No,
That's
that's
kind of terrifying.
yeah. I mean,
Own the school year like a hero. They have everyday low prices on their rifles. Oh man.
yeah. Walmart responded to some of the comments by calling the display truly awful and horrible. To
Well,
their
thank
credit.
you. Well, thank you, Walmart, for
Thank you
coming
for
out.
clarifying that.
It is truly awful and horrible, but the prices are next level. And I'm just saying, if you have some beef, we have the best prices.
Right.
Walmart.
Walmart.
Walmart. And just to be clear, I guess this isn't the first time that Walmart has been busted for this kind of thing, because last September 11th, they came under a lot of fire.
What happened?
Poor taste doesn't begin to describe this ad from a local mattress retailer.
Wait, no, this is unrelated.
I have seen this. but
I've seen this one too.
Play
but
it. Now people want it.
All right, let's see what this one is.
Right now, you can get any size mattress for a twin price. Store-wide sale all day long.
That is so fucked up.
We'll never forget.
Oh my god!
I had to throw that in there.
All right. Well, I've always long said that the best way to commemorate any national, tragedy or holiday is to sell mattresses.
Of course.
But I love.
You have always said that, and ever since I've met you.
Yeah,
It kind of gets annoying how often you say that. Right?
It's one of my sayings. People, they're like Ethan the mattress guy. It is kind of a funny bit, but it's so brutally tasteless. The context of it just showing up on the television is pretty shocking.
Yeah.
What is this one?
This is the one that I was looking for originally. So this is what Walmart got in trouble for.
The fuck?
We will never forget.
We'll never forget. And
the Tower of Cola.
Yeah, in honor of the 3,000 fallen, we shall build this monument to consumerism and sugary drinks, I guess.
You said 3,000 fallen. Well, luckily the price is $3.33 in honor of all the perished.
Wow, Walmart.
Whoa.
Right next to it, they've got a gun rack.
They got great marketing.
Right, yeah. So
I mean, I never saw myself talking about Walmart this much. Grab yourself a Coke and a shotgun and be the hero this year at school, folks.
Hero your school needs.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, so yeah, Walmart doing their best to. So if you have any information,
You will
about,
never forget.
who put up that sign on the gun
I gotta
rack.
tell you, this national tragedy of 9/11 went like from the worst thing that's ever happened on American soil to a commercial holiday in like a short, like how long has it been?
I mean, a little over 10 years, right? I mean, because it was
No,
2001.
it's been 20 years.
No, so 15. This will be 16. The
So
16th
16,
anniversary
that's
this
a quick turnaround. We're getting better at this.
Right, but that commercial was from like a year or two ago. So I mean,
even more credit.
Even more.
I mean, back traditionally, it takes like 30 to 50 years to turn a tragedy to a
Well,
commercial.
how long was it until they? I mean, I know it's not a commercial, but there was those movies about 9/11.
Oh, that was like
2 years later.
Yeah, that was like the next month. Ben
Yeah.
Affleck was on was on the 67th floor calling his wife.
So gross. Like, what the fuck?
There's songs about never forget. Well, I'm gonna pick myself up a Pepsi for sure, or that's a Coke. Sorry.
Come on.
Be brand friendly.
Yeah.
Come on. All right, what else we got?
I think that's actually it. It was a light news
Slow
week.
news week, huh?
Yeah, at least as far as
Slow nudes week.
Oh yeah, send the nudes. We have to change the intro so it's Dan send the nudes.
Yeah,
that's funnier. All right, well, Hila,
Yep.
how you feeling? You got anything you want to talk about?
No. Not something specific.
Well, this was a wild ride. How did we do this episode? It was pretty unusual.
Yeah, it was
whole
an
experience.
unusual one.
I think you'll have to watch it back. You guys did better, and I'll say the comments or the Twitch chat, it was pretty critical of old Jimmy there. But
I thought I didn't want to be too rude. That was what
you did.
I
thought
worried about.
you had the perfect tone though.
Really?
I think
Oh, yeah.
meeting a meme is always a risk.
Right.
You don't know what you're getting into.
I don't think I'm going to do it anymore, honestly, because it seems great on paper, but it's like when you're sitting in a room with somebody on a podcast setting, you need editing, or it needs to be like really short. Like I can't sit in a room with Jimmy for like 2 hours.
Well, and he in particular is just somebody that he is almost because he did a little bit at the end there, but almost incapable of letting his guard down. Like
Right.
he just
Yeah.
he feels like if he's in front of a camera, he has to be on.
Right.
And that's not interesting. You can go watch his videos and see all of his cringe ass shit.
Yeah.
So
Well, I hope this episode was a laugh. Hope it was a riot. I hope it was interesting. We're trying new stuff here, guys. Thanks for sticking around and hanging out with us during these. We're still exploring. What number episode is this? Like 19?
this is
18?
like 18 or 19, yeah.
I mean, it's crazy we've even done that many.
Yeah.
But like Joe Rogan just hit 1,000.
That's crazy.
1,000. So, my dream for the show is I want it to be bigger and better. And we're always trying to figure out new formats and stuff. So thank you guys for coming along for the ride and exploring these new territories with us. I think the show has a lot of potential. I think we're already one of the most viewed podcasts in the whole world.
Really is insane. Yeah.
I mean, when you actually think about it, it's incredible.
Yeah.
We're getting like between streaming and on YouTube at least 1.2 million views per episode.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
So I thank you guys for joining us on this
Yeah.
journey, and we're working hard every week to make it a better, more fun experience to watch. So thank y'all. Did our best this week. I don't know, man. All right.
The viewership was consistent. I'll say that too.
I did notice that.
There's a lot of people saying like, "Oh my god, please make it stop," but they didn't leave.
Yeah, they didn't leave. Right. Yeah.
That's the thing with cringe.
Right. Yeah.
You don't want to look away.
Right.
Yeah, it hurts.
Well, yeah,
but
it's
you
like
gotta look.
where cringe videos have the most views.
Yeah.
That's the beauty. It's like a car crash,
It's
you know?
part of
I
the
think
brand
our
at this
biggest
point.
mistake was not bringing any cringe
We should have
gear.
come in a hazmat
He did
suit.
the hazmat suit. for
We should
sure.
have put his ass in a hazmat suit. All right. Well, I'm going to end the show. We'll stick around on Twitch to say what up to the pimps and pimps out there, the Fooper Troopers. To everyone at home, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to everyone who hooked it up on Twitch Prime. God bless you. Papa bless you. Next Friday, holy
guacamole.
holy guacamole, my dogs. I don't want to say what it is because there's there's always a chance these things don't work out.
Yeah.
But if this works out, it's going to be our biggest episode ever.
Probably.
Bring the cringe gear.
And definitely don't come without your hazmat suit.
Yeah, you need a
But,
lead vest.
oh my God, I hope it. Oh God, I'm on the fence. Like with Jimmy, I'm like, I hope it works out, and then half of me's like, I hope it doesn't work out, so I don't have to sit in there and deal with this shit. But it's gonna be great. So make sure to tune in next Friday. Ta-ta.